Nox Box for all your gaming, modelling and box opening needs.
Hi guys, welcome to Nox Box. With me tonight is Cordial Rob.
Good evening, and with me tonight is Nock
himself. We have, well, it is roughly 10 past 12 in the morning and Dragons of Tarkir has just been released. Woo! Pictures and everything. So, we have a box hot off the press, still cellophaned. We're going to crack it open.
Anything you're looking for out of this set?
Yes, I want Narset Transcendent, the Planeswalker. I really want it. That's what I'm searching for.
Because one of our local people pulled one on the game.
Yeah, they got a foil one in the pre-release.
Pre-release. Swine.
Right, so we'll go through this and see what we've got, and I'm just going to love everything because I'm like that.
And I'll be a bit more critical. Okay, so
Let's see what we've got.
Starting with the fluff. This is the third part of the Khans of Tarkir set. So you've had the Khans of Tarkir was the first one, where the dragons are all dead, the planeswalkers have arrived, and have to go back in the past to find
Because the
Ujin.
Khans are controlling everything.
Yeah. So the second block was Fate Reforged, where you've then got Ujin, the spirit planeswalker,
Back in time, when he's
time.
still alive as a planeswalker. But the Khans and the dragons all battle, and you've got the legendary dragons and the Khans.
We're now on Dragons of Tarkir, where it's now back into the future, but because Ujin has been saved, now it's the dragon clans, not the Khan clans.
Yeah.
Which means it's gone from a tricolour set back into the dual colour sets for most people's importance.
Absolutely.
That also means there's less colour fixing.
One other thing we must say about these, normally, the way Magic works, it's 3 block sets and they rotate out as the whole 3 blocks rotate at once. Because they're moving to 2 block sets, in the next rotation, where these are due to come out, only Khans and Fate Reforged rotate out.
But these will be with
Dragons and Origins become a 2 block.
Zendikar,
a brand new block.
Yeah.
And that'll be a 2 block set, and this and Origins will be a 2 block set.
Yeah, which will be odd.
So this is actually going to see quite a lot of play.
Yes.
Right, let's crack them open. I'm not really sure what we're looking for, Rob, so I'm going to hand most of these straight to you.
Okay.
I'm going to flick through, let you have a look at the commons.
Okay.
Tokens.
Ha. So we've got things like Sivsig Icebreakers, 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, each player discards a card. You know, it's a 2/3 for 3. You'll play it in sealed. It's alright.
2/3 for 3 each player discards. It's only sealed worthy.
Yeah.
Go for the next one.
Okay. Sprinting Warbrute. This is part of the, this is what I'm going to mispronounce, Kolgan clan. The Dragon Clan. So it's got the -3, it's a 5/4 that must attack each turn, but you'll have, later on we'll probably find one of the uncommons which reduces the cost of dash. So if you play an aggressive deck in black or red, these cards will be your bread and butter.
We've got one of the first uncommons, Avon Sunstriker. It's a 3 mana white, but it is a double white drop. But it's a 1/1 flyer with double strike, which is already good, so that's really a 2/2 I guess. But it also has Megamorph.
This is the this is stupid naming. This is the upgraded version of Morph, but when you when you flip it over, basically, it also now gets a counter, which is good for all the different manifest and counter decks where you've got your different laws that have different effects.
So late game, it's a 2/2 for 3 mana instead of a 1/1 flyer with 3.
Yeah.
But then for 5 mana, you can Megamorph it, so it gets a 2/2 flyer. Double strike, which is excellent.
Not including any other abilities that it might get or any counters you put on while it's face down.
Yep, so carry it over.
Okay, Servant of the Scale, an interesting 1-drop in green. When it dies, the counters get taken. If it's got counters on it, you can put the counters on another creature. So it's a good way of keeping these sort of 1-drops relevant, but it's a 1/1 for 1. It's like, you'll play it in sealed, but not in standard or anything like that.
I think this is going to be a great card. It's going to see a lot of play, actually. Enoch Survivalist. It's a 2/1 for 2, or you can morph it, so it's a 2/2 for 3, but then Megamorph for just 2. And when it turns face up, destroy a target artifact or enchantment.
That's
excellent.
A lot of work for me at the
pre-release. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Just because you can unmorph and morph at instant speed. So you go, here's my 2/2, and then so it's a 3/2, so you can trade up. So it's quite a nice way of doing it.
And when it flips, it takes off things like Brain Maggot that's already still in standard.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So as a 2-drop, that's not a bad creature. Okay, Hand of Silumgar. This is a great big
We
fat
also have a kitten joining us. I do apologise.
infestation.
She's excited, so I only just got home.
This is a 2/1 Death Toucher for 2. This clogs up boards horrifically because you will not want to go against it. I thought rats were quite annoying until my opponent put down one of these as their 2-drops. They the rats and one of these, and he was like,
Because it's got enough of a body, it can also kill off all your 1/1s. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just as Death Touch.
Well, yeah, definitely.
It's just Death Touch.
Yeah.
Because there's a good combat trait. There's later in the set, there's a red common that gives it first strike,
Oh, that's good.
and there's Brutal Hordeef where you can choose for how your opponent blocks.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
So I'll pop those 3 first, please.
Now, Ojutai Monument.
Ah.
This is the first of the Dragon Clue Stones. So like the Clue Stones, taps for 2 mana, or for 6 mana, it becomes a 4/4 white and blue dragon artifact with flying until the end of the turn. It's pretty amazing.
I personally love this card because I've been playing it in a blue-white control, and I've got running 2 of them in a minute, just see how I do. And just as you know, I've got Mana Flood later on. It just means I've always got a 4/4 or a 4/4 blocker at instant
Absolutely,
speed.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Dragon Fodder has been reprinted, or as Krenko's command, or any other choice where you get 2/1/1 goblins. It stalls the board. It's a shame it's not instant speed like Rally Raise the Alarm. However, it now means we've got so many different token generators in red-white, it actually might make a deck.
Absolutely.
Coating Venom, a combat trick. Your creature gets 1 and 2, and it gets Death Touch. This will catch someone out because you only need 1 mana to activate it.
Yeah, 1 mana to
Thank
suddenly
you
give one of you guys a
very,
death
very
touch.
much. So my 1/1 trades up with that great big thing that
Yeah.
will cause me hassle.
Oh god, yeah, that is pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
I'll let you keep going before we get to the last rare.
Updraft,
The first rare, even.
Updraft Elemental, 1/4 for 3 with flying. Meh. It's alright, you'll play this in sealed, you won't see it in standard or constructed, but, you know, it's about alright guy, it'll clog up the skies, which is quite useful when you've got so many dragons rampaging around. Aven Tactician, when it enters the battlefield, bolster 1. That's exceptionally useful with all these different things that activate with the counters, and just as a 3/4 flyer, that's really handy to eat things.
Absolutely, sorry, I know you're going to want to talk about that one.
Yes.
Okay, Ojutai's Breath. This is one of the first rebound cards we've seen in this set.
That's
Rebound's an amazing mechanic. Now this one is an instant for 3 mana, tap target creature, and it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step.
Yeah.
So you do that in your turn, tap down their creature before they block, it doesn't untap in their turn, then your next turn, this rebounds back out again, tap it down again, doesn't untap again. That's ludicrous. That's
Or
amazing.
You do it in their end step, and then
Yeah.
it goes off in your upkeep.
As
and
well.
there's 2 things shut down.
Yeah, well, you do it so they can't drop one of theirs, so they can't attack.
Yes.
Then the moment your turn starts, tap down one of their blockers as well.
Yeah.
That's amazing, yeah.
Yep. I've got, this is disgusting, Glaring Aegis, because back many years ago, Holy Strength was 1/1/2, and this is 1/3, and you tap a creature when it comes in for 1 mana.
That's exceptional.
That is very tactical for anything.
Well, things like your Boggle deck would go nicely with it, because it buffs them up
it's
and
a
taps
1-drop
down.
enchantment, and it's, you know, if I'm playing a war control Boggle, that might be sideboard.
Absolutely.
Possibly not, but I'll have to look into it.
Now our first rare is hidden behind a kitten. Sorry guys, we've been out all day, I've just got home and the kitten's missed us. It's lovely, isn't it?
Going to miss it all the way up the stairs.
Right, our first rare is Suruk the Hunt Cooler.
Oh.
So, this is Suruk Dragon Slayer, was it previously?
This is the picture of him punching a bear.
Oh, Bear Puncher!
This time he's punching dragons.
Yes. And now he's the Hunt Cooler, and he's got Formidable. Now again, this is one of the first times we've seen this particular thing. In Dragons, Formidable. I think it's brand new, isn't it? It's
Yes.
been out before.
This is to do with power 8 across your board.
Adding them all up. So Ferocious was if one thing has power 4. Formidable's if everything added together
has power 8.
So if you've got that, at the start of each of your combat steps, one creature you control gets haste.
Which
So
most
actually it
likely means he triggers himself.
Oh, of course he would. At a
Because
5/4.
At 5/4,
He
or
does-
you
oh.
because you're two. You're
Actually, a 5/4 for 4 is quite good.
that's excellent.
Yeah, that's a decent card.
Yeah. He's part of the Tarkir clan, one of the other dragons.
Right.
So
Now we'll try to skip some of the doubles that we've already had. Let me hand you those guys. And I'll get rid of tokens and things. Tokens are morph, they're all pretty generic tokens. There's a monk one I quite want, and a dragon, 4/4 dragon I
4/4
want.
dragon we need
Yeah.
hold of. Okay, starting with naturalise. You'll know it does. Hates on
Oh, and that
enchantments
price
and
has
type
been
effects.
reprinted again.
Needs to be.
Wow, yeah,
Needs
next
to be
one.
standard. Sandstep Scavenger. When it enters the battlefield, bolster 2. So,
So
it's a
Bolster was in Fate Reforged as
Yeah.
well. When it comes in, you put 2 1/1 counters on the
On the
lowest power.
It's a 5-drop, but if it's only on its board, it becomes a 4/4. So instantly playable. Thank you very much. Foul Tongue Shriek. Target opponent loses 1 life for each attacking creature you control. You gain that much life. Red, white warriors, red, white, black warriors will play that card just because it's a drain effect. Thank you very much. I'll keep stalling you out until I win.
Now, Acid Spewer Dragon. Now, this is a black card, which for 6 mana, it's a 3/3 flying with Death Touch. Doesn't seem that good. But actually, in a dragon deck, you pay it for its Megamorph. So Megamorph is 7, quite expensive, but when you flip it, it's a 4/4 flying Death Touch.
Yeah.
That hits a lot of things, and also, you put an extra 1/1 counter on every dragon you control.
I think it's apart from that one.
Yes, or each other, so not on
Yeah.
itself. But still,
'Cause
that
this-
does do a lot.
This is from the uncommon block of dragons, and you'll see them, and
Yeah.
it's all fairly samey. So some have got trample, some have got hexproof. Lose Calm. It's basically a upgraded version of Treason. So you gain control of the creature, and when it attacks, it can't be blocked unless it's by 2 or more creatures. Very useful. Allowed me to play around other people's board states on pre-release.
Dragonloft Idol. Now, this is one of the artifacts that's dragon related, but not a dragon cluestone. And this one is a 3/3 for 4, which isn't very good. But if you control a dragon, it becomes a 4/4 flying trample
Yeah.
for 4. That's excellent.
Yeah.
That is value, I think.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And if
As
you're-
long as it's in a dragon deck.
or if you're playing with a cluestone, that
Yeah.
becomes a dragon. It triggers it, and off you go.
But yours...
Swing for 8.
Oh yeah, so I won't talk about your dragon deck that goes off with artifacts as well, for fulfills the dragon slot and the artifact slot.
Yeah,
That's
thank you
good.
very much.
Yeah.
Ataka, this is Beastbreaker. This is another formidable. I think it is pay 5 and it gets +4/+4 till end of turn. But the thing is, you can pay that as many times as you like, and with some of the people's decks running Nykthos, you'll have plenty of mana to run into that, so it's easily going to be coming at you as a 10/10.
Yeah. Next one, it's a 2 mana green card, which is Scale Guard Sentinels. It's a 2/2 for 2/3, which isn't bad. As you play it, you can reveal a dragon. If you do, it gets a +1/1 counter on it. Or if
Value.
you already control a dragon, gets it anyway.
Yeah,
So then you're talking a 3/4 for 2. Pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah.
better than Timberwolf. Right, okay, we're now going to the exploit mechanic. This is what used to be Sidisi's clan and is now, so I'm going to go Silumgar.
Yes, Lungar.
It's the blue-black tribe
Yeah, that's
now, as it
Lungar.
were.
Yeah.
So this is exploit. So if I read it out to you, exploit. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a creature. That includes this creature when it is played, so you can actually play this for cost, and it activates. So this is for 2, and it's a 1/3. When it exploits a creature, target opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life. But if you're playing with a lot of different tokens, you can play that, sack a token, and you drain the other person. And there'll be other ones with additional benefits and drawbacks.
I've yet to see an exploit card that really grabs me. It would be good if you could exploit more than once. As you can exploit once, I'm not as keen. If you could sack 3 tokens and do it 3 times, that would be amazing.
That'll be very easy to break very quickly.
Anyway, sorry, I'll let you carry on because we've got a few packs
Yeah.
to get through.
Sandcrafter Mage. This is a bolster 1 when he enters the battlefield, so he's basically a 3/3 for 3, unless there's something small on the field. Thank you very much. Not bad. Okay, here's... Oh. Right. It's an artifact that you have to bounce something back to your hand. It's enters the battlefield, return non-land permanent you control to its owner's hand. It's a 3/4 for 4.
No, won't see play. Or obviously sealed, but
It'll see sealed because
otherwise,
it's a 3/4.
no. 3/4 for 4 is not worth playing in standard.
No. Okay, Light Walk. This is a 2-drop. This is a 2/1. When it has a 1/1 counter on it, it has gains flying.
Oh yes, this works really well. There's a lot of mechanics to put 1/1 counters on stuff, and you get that one out. It's at such a low power that you add on with bolster, and then it's flying for a really cheap cost.
Basically, that's your 2-drop. Then Sandcrafters, your 3-drop, and then you're hitting them for 3 in the air.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Value. Okay. Now we've got Monastery Lawmaster. Now, if I read this out to you, when he's megamorphed, he's returned target non-creature, non-land card from your graveyard to your hand. He's a 3/2, Megamorph's 6, so that's a bit pricey at that point, but it depends what you're trying to pull back. If it's something like, I don't know, End Hostilities or something, then there might be value in it, but it's got to be something quite good for that amount of mana being put into it.
The rare from Pack 2 is the first of the 4 commands.
Oh, it's one of the ones I've got.
4 commands, 5 commands.
Yeah.
We have Colligan's command. Now these commands are excellent. Each of them are fairly low cost. This one's 3 mana, one black, 1 red, and you get to choose 2 of the following. So 2 of the following. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Always useful. Target player discards a card. That could be good.
It's an instant. This is the most dangerous thing about this card, and I'll explain that why in a minute.
Destroy target artifact, or Colligan's command deals 2 damage to target creature or player. So as an instant, target player, they draw a card, discard it, and take 2 damage?
Yes, because you get priority in their draw step.
Yes. Oh, that's disgusting.
And the other thing about this, because
that's good.
This is the one that doesn't require you to have a board state, where some of the other ones do. So this one, you're always going to be 2 for 1-ing.
Yeah.
Because you at the very least, you're killing off a morph.
We have our first foil. So let me pass you those. And I'll quickly talk through our foil. It is a common. It's Dragon Scarred Bear. It is formidable. We haven't had it yet, but it's a 3 mana, 3/2. If you have the formidable trigger, so 8 power, it has regenerate for 2.
Which
isn't bad, but it's a foil.
Frustrating to get.
I collect shiny cards. I like foils. That's amazing.
Okay, let's start from the top. Dutiful Attendant. When it dies, another target creature card from your graveyard to the hand. Thank you very much. That's value, especially when you're playing an exploit deck.
Yes, yeah, that would work. Yep. But 3 for a 1/2, I don't know. I don't think it was. I think it's a bit expensive.
When it dies, at that point you chump block something, you get something
back. When you die,
back.
it can return itself as well, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I'll let you carry on. Sorry, dude.
Sorry, another, so it can't return itself.
Oh.
Vandalise, because they keep having to print crap land destruction because they don't want it to be a thing.
Yeah.
Destroy target artifact, destroy target land.
So how much?
5.
No, get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay, Stormcrag Elemental. It's really a vanilla 5/5 for 6, but it does have a metamorph. So instead you could play an early game for a 2/2, and then for 6 mana, make it a 6/6. I don't know. Again, sealed, it'll see play 'cause it's a morph, so it always will.
It's potentially a combat trick to catch someone else out with.
Yeah, jumping up from a 2/2 morph to a 6/6 is it's a beefy step up.
Yeah.
But it's 6 mana.
It's 6 mana. It's if you want to invest in that for that turn. Reckless Imp, it has flying and cannot block. It is a 2/2. It also has a dash cost of 2. But the main thing is it's flying, and you'll definitely most generally get the damage in early.
Nice. Display of Dominance, 2-drop green. Now I like this, because this is a green card, but it actually has destroy target blue or black non-creature permanent.
It hits Ashiok, it hits Siege Rhino. There's a set of
It also hits lands, doesn't it?
No.
Blue or black non-creature permanent?
No.
A land is a non-creature permanent?
It doesn't count as a colour permanent.
Oh no, it has a colour identity, but doesn't count as coloured.
Yes.
Yeah, well said. But the other choice, choose one, so you can either destroy something that's annoying you, or permanents you control can't be the targets of blue or black spells that turn.
Yeah.
So actually, for side deck cards, that's pretty good. So you've got, got something that stops.
There's a set of 5 of them. They're all. They don't want a removal spell that hits everything now. It's same as they don't want things like Return to Nowhere and Journey to Nowhere or Detention Sphere that hit everything. They want stuff with more conditions, but the main condition of that is all 5 of them hit Siege Rhino.
Yeah.
Okay, Center Soul. This is a rebound card, 2-drop instant. Target creature gets protection from colour of your choice. This is very disgusting, and this.
Do you say rebound?
Yes, it has rebound.
Oh, that's crazy. So you say, oh, by the way, you can't block this turn,
Yeah.
and you're not going to be able to block it next turn either?
Nope.
Or, you're attacking, actually, I'm not going to take any damage for that. Start of my turn, right, now my big thing, you can't block it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Anticipate. This is a slightly more expensive version of Ponder, but to be fair, they needed to make it slightly more expensive.
Plus, it's in standard.
Oh, it has to be.
So that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Instant speed. I'll be doing this in your end step. Thank you very, very
It's
much.
useful. It's a draw card. In theory, it's a scry and draw for 2, but you have... Yeah, I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Belltoll Dragon, 6 mana blue card. This is the blue solid dragon.
Yeah.
It's a 3/3 for 6, but it's flying and hexproof.
Hexproof's the thing that suddenly gets that
And it's another one.
potentially dangerous.
When you turn it face up, Megamorph, you put a 1/1 counter on each dragon.
Yeah.
Same as the black one. So is that a thing? Do they all have those?
For those, most of the uncommon ones have that. There's
We'll keep
5
an eye on
of them in
that,
the set. Resupply, instant speed, 6 mana, you gain 6 life, you draw a card, never play it, do not touch it, it will be the last thing you get in sealed.
Any cards you see us put down without talking about, it means they're doubles we've already seen. Now, the next rare, Damnable Pact. It's just an instant kill spell for black if they want it.
Not necessarily, but this is a very, very interesting.
I love
it's
it.
not an instant for start. It's a
Oh, sorry,
sorcery.
it's a sorcery. I do
But this is potentially, either you can use it as a fireball or as a draw spell.
because it's 2 black and X. Target player draws X cards and loses X life.
Either way, it's very useful for
End
you.
game, pop, you've lost the game. Or early on, you're like, actually, I'm going to bolt myself, draw 3.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. I think that's a decent card.
Yeah, it has got a lot of potential. And you'll be a very good staple in Commander and things like that as well.
Right.
Oh, you've got a fun one.
Oh, so I have. Right, let me pass some stuff to you. Well, you start looking through to get rid of all the doubles. Let's go with Virulent Plague. Oh, well, that's a side deck card.
That needs to be in standard at the minute.
3 mana, 2 and 1 black. All creature tokens get -2/-2. That's
Yes.
great. That just kills tokens.
Yes.
That's for 3 mana. When they've done that hoarding outburst, blah blah blah, blah you go,
Elspeth.
yeah, but even early game Rebel Masters, you're like, actually, all of them are dead.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
an
all the tokens.
It's an enchantment. So this plays and stays in play. Just
Yes.
shuts down enchantment decks. That will see side deck.
Yeah,
I think that's good.
That needs to be in standard at the
Yeah.
minute. Okay, even Tactician we've got right.
Goodle Lurker. This is a blue 1-drop 1/1 that can't be blocked.
Yep.
That's good. That's value because it
Playable
can't
straight
ever be
away.
blocked. You keep beefing it up and it's there. And it's also got Megamorph for just 1,
So it's
So-
a 2/2 stabber instead.
which can't ever be blocked. You just keep adding to it. I think it's a good card.
It's something that someone has instantly then got to start spending mana on to
Remove
react
it.
to.
Yeah.
So at that point, you're forcing the other person to play around what's on your board state, which is
It's also making
always
them
good.
waste their kill spells on a 1/1.
Thank
because
you.
you're just going to keep beefing it up.
Okay, Airy Bowmasters, they've got Reach and they've got Megamorph for 6. So they become a 4/5, which slows down. Well, no, that slows down all the dragons.
Yes,
All the
I guess
dragons
so.
you've seen so far.
Is it flying?
No, it's got Reach.
Oh, it's got reach, yeah.
So,
of course,
you know, it'll shut down, you know.
Well, it's a dragon blocker. It might... No, I don't think you'll see much play at all.
Yeah, 2 green. It's alright for devotion
Oh, and the
decks.
fact you can morph it. You'll see sealed
Yeah.
play, just as morph. Any morph, see sealed play.
Yes, because it's the easiest deck to draft at the minute.
Yeah.
Tormenting Voice, discard a card, draw 2 cards. You know, it's
Discard,
just
draw
been
2.
Yeah,
Late game and you've got a land in your hand you don't need. It's
Yeah.
good.
not
Yeah.
bad. It's not ideal.
How much is it?
2.
2.
But
I think
you
that's
know,
quite good.
It's just it's basically an alternate artwork from the Khans of Tarkir one.
Oh, is that in Khans at the moment?
Yes.
Oh, I do apologise. Wow, I know things. I know the magics. Oh, you're sorry.
Okay, this is Marsh Hulk. It is a 4/6, but you can Megamorph it, so it's a 5/7. But at that point, it is a 7-drop to Megamorph it.
3 mana for a red 5/5 Calcisma Behemoth, but it can't attack or block unless you pay 2.
Yeah.
But actually, 5/5 for 3, just having it out as that threat, it's pretty
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It has to pay to block as well.
yeah,
doesn't it?
pay 12, but it's still a threat to have
But at
out.
that point, you know, you're not actually that bothered about because there's a lot of one-cost tricks that you can play around with that to pay for, so that's not bad. Tail Slash. This is conditional removal. This is your creature deals its damage to another creature and gets nothing in return. As a 3-drop is an excellent, you know, there's lots of stuff at the minute that's got high attack, low toughness, so you'll be able to usually guarantee kill something and change the board state. It's an instant as well, so you can make something attack, block, kill something, get value. Okay, a 1/2 Keeper of the Lens. For a 1-drop, this is in your artifact creatures, you get to look at face-down creatures you don't control.
Well, I guess looking at other people's morphs is a thing. It'll be fun and sealed, I guess.
Yeah.
So you can see, actually, is that person's morph just a wasted card they have to morph, or do I have to worry about it?
It's a 1/2, which is...
A 1/2 for 1's okay.
Yeah.
A 1/2 for 1 is absolutely fine.
I'd rather have a 2/1.
Yeah,
just because I can trade with morphs.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay, Mystic Meditation. This is my personal favourite artwork from the set. This is from the Ujatai clan. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a creature card. This is similar to the ones where you discard lands or artifacts.
Yeah.
Playable. It's shame it's in
Draw
sorcery.
3, discard 2.
Unless you discard a creature.
Yeah, it's not bad. I guess someone will find a use
The
for it.
best bit about it, the art.
Yeah.
Okay. Instant speed, target artifact, exile target artifact or enchantment for 3, Fate Forgotten. Yeah,
For artifact of enchantment for 3, naturalise for 2 destroys it.
Yeah, it used to be disenchant in white
Yeah.
many years ago, and they decided that it was better for green to have that sort of hate. So
Now we have a very odd card, Living Law.
Oh.
This is fun. I like this. 3 mana blue, and it's a star. As you play it, you have to exile target, instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, that its power and toughness is equal to the converted mana cost.
Treasure Cruise.
Which, oh my god, yeah, 8. 8/8.
And
that's
then read the second bit.
Yeah. Whenever Living Law deals combat damage, you may sacrifice it. If you do, you can cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost.
So you swing in with the 8/8.
Wow.
They have to block it or take 8, at which point
You exile it, and then you take Treasure Cruise.
He's like, thank you, I'll draw 3 cards.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It'll be a bit odd to work around. It might be a finisher in a control deck.
Let me pass you those ones.
Oh.
More land, no mythics yet, sadly. I will shout if we get a mythic. Right, we have Scale Blessing. 4 mana white card. It's an instant that lets you bolster 1, and then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control that has a 1/1 counter on it.
Yep.
4 mana, I guess you could use it late game to put a whole load of things on.
Well,
but...
you've still got stuff with the Outlast mechanics in.
yeah, you've got
so
Outlast, yeah.
with that, because it's an instant, it's instantly a combat trick for any combats, because you instantly turn on different things at that point.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that makes sense. I've just seen a new control card that's actually really good. If you play dragons.
Dependable. Well, we'll argue about that.
If you have blue dragons, Salungar's Scorn, it's a 2-drop that's counter spell unless target opponent plays 1, or if you reveal a dragon card,
it's
just counter
spell.
So 2 mana just counter. If you're on a dragon deck, it seems good. If you have blue dragons, why would you play it?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you go through some of yours.
Okay, Itinerist. It's a 4/1. When it has 1/1 counter on it, has reach, at which point it's a 5/2, at which point it still dies to all the removal in the set. But, you know, it might stall out your opposition. And then we have, this is a fun one, a 0 cost equipment card, so artifact equipment. It gets +2 and reach. It's a 2 equipped, but, you know, that will get if something's got a large behind, this will give it a large behind and you'll be able to block dragons. So, value.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of my favourite cards during pre-release. This is Hardened Berserker. After it attacks, your next spell is reduced by 2 colourless mana.
Oh, really?
Thank you. Very,
that's
very
quite good, yeah.
So, on turn 4, because you're running out turn 3, I attack. I don't care if you kill it.
Because I'm playing a 6-drop.
I'm now playing well above your curve.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Very
yeah,
much.
I think I can see that.
Duress.
Yeah, Duress is kind of in standard. We can skip that. Isn't Duress in standard?
Just reprinted.
I thought it was already in standard.
You've got Thoughtseize, you've got Duress,
Despise,
and you've got Despise.
Yeah, you're right.
You've
sorry.
got 3 target to hand discard spells in standard. These Despise is arguably the better one because
Afterthought
or afterthought seed, but it depends how much damage you're willing to take from it at that point.
Yeah,
Because it's the
absolutely.
2 damage in modern. There are decks that will not take that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So, you know, Despise and Duress, thank you very much. This is an odd one. This is a 3-cost fog that after you pay it, you may look at each face-down creature that's attacking or blocking.
Why? It's a 3-mana fog.
It's
That's
a 3-mana fog.
The rest of it's a complete waste of time. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's a waste of time.
The 2-mana one from Khans is a lot better because if you've got Ferocious on trigger, you then do all the damage, but you don't receive any, which you're very happy with. With that one, yeah.
We have the green-white dragon,
Oh, this is disgusting.
Enduring Scale Lord. So it's 6 mana for a 4/4 flyer. Every time you put a 1/1 counter on a creature you control, you can, if you like, put one on this as well.
Yep.
So that's pretty good.
If you have 2 of them, they're infinite combo.
Of course they do.
Also, you had,
on another creature.
and you had
Yeah,
the
they
Scale
did,
Blessing, so you bolster your smallest, which triggers that, and then you put 1/1 counters, which then triggers that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And that's how it
I only
stacks.
thought if you have 2 of them, that is just infinite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it in there instead, then you swing for $1.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really good.
No, it's quite an interesting way of sequencing it through the Dramoka clan.
Yeah.
Because if we
I
pull
do like the fact that clans actually work.
if we pull a command from there, then you can get even more disgusting when you see how it affects and goes around at instant speed.
Nice.
Okay.
Next one.
Sabretooth Outrider. This is a 4/2 with Formidable. It has Trample. Once Formidable is triggered, it has First Strike, which makes it is that only when it's attacking though, which is a shame because it'd be quite fun as a defensive card, but not bad. A good solid worker in any Ataka colours.
Yep.
Okay, Ojutai Summons. This is another rebound card. 3 colourless and 2 blue. You summon a 2/2 flying Jin Monk. It then gets rebound, so your next upkeep you summon a second one.
Oh, that's what the token's for.
That's
I wonder what
what
the
the
Jin Monk
token's for.
tokens are for.
So
They're called
that's-
tokens.
Unfortunately, it's a sorcery and it's 5, but you know, it's triggers prowess is the other thing you have to remember with all these things.
Maybe, yeah, absolutely.
Dramoka Warrior, it's a 3/1 for 1. It's well playable and sealed. It's a warrior, so it gets all the other triggers from all the other warrior cards. It's a fine guy. It will trade up.
Yep, that's the thing.
Tygam's Strike. This is a win condition on basically 1 card. This is 3 colourless and 1 blue. Target creature gets +2 attack and unblockable for this turn, and it's got rebound. So you thought you were safe.
Yeah,
No, you're not safe at all. Last one for me is Herald of Dramoka. It has Vigilance, and other warrior creatures you control also have Vigilance. I've already put 2 of these into my warrior deck because, my god, it's going to do a lot
2 in the
of work.
pre-release.
Yes.
What's he done?
So
Rare from this pack, Blessed Reincarnation. It's an odd one.
that's fun.
4 mana, exile target creature an opponent controls. Then that player has to reveal cards from their library until they reveal a creature. They put that creature onto the battlefield,
Yeah.
shuffle the rest back into the library, and then it's got rebound.
Yes.
So you do it again.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think it's any play because
Yes.
it's not reliable.
It's an instant.
It's an instant, but they might get something a lot better.
And then you do it in their end step, and then you don't like it, you do it to again.
I guess so, yeah.
It's a way of getting rid of stuff. It's quite a interesting way of doing stuff.
Well, when you start going through those, we're going to have to speed this up slightly, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. We have Salumgar Sorcerer, 3 mana. No, you carry on, dude. It's a 2/1 for 3 with Flash, Flying, and Exploit. If you exploit, it counters a target creature spell.
Yep.
Wait a second. Oh, it's Flash. So 3 mana, flash it in.
Yeah.
As long as you exploit something, counter the spell. Well, that's quite good. Yeah.
It's alright, but at the very least, at least it's a 2/1 fly.
Yeah, 2 mana, self-inflicted wound, black card. So target opponent sacrifices a green or white creature. If that player does, he or she loses 2 life.
Yeah.
So again, side deck card, it's green and white removal.
Thank
Right,
you,
but it's
very much
sacrifice, so
playable.
it gets around other things.
Yeah, it gets around other stuff, so it doesn't target, which is
Yeah.
interesting. Twin Bolt, basically you can do 2 damage, split how you like it. Very, very useful. There's a load of stuff with 1 toughness, so you can ping 2 things, basically, which is always very, very handy. Kurgan Skirmisher, it's a 2/2 with a 3-cost dash, or you can pay it for 2. It's alright. Once you get stuff on the board that reduces the cost or upgrades the amount of damage because it's a warrior, it will be quite better. Conifer Strider. This is an interesting one. It's a 5/1 for 4 with hexproof, and it will turn on formidable very, very quickly for you. You'll usually trade down with this just because of the way it is, but once you get some enchantments or something like to buff out the bottom of it, then it'll become a lot more reliable. Dragonized Sentry. This is a defender with first strike. It is a 1/3 as a 1-drop. It's alright. There's other things I'd rather play. I prefer playing a lot more offensively with my 1-drops than defensively. Reduce in stature. This is a blue removal spell, though you probably don't think of it. This is an enchantment. The creature becomes 0/2. That
nice.
is exceptionally useful. Oh, siege rhinos, dragons, anything.
Anything big?
Yeah, anything big.
What's the cost for that one? 2?
3.
3. Oh, that's
So
not bad.
it's pricey. 2-drop, a 1/3 territorial rock. It's fine. There's other things I'd rather play. But, you know, in your sealed, it will do you some work just because it'll be an early something in the sky. Last but not least from this pack is Palace Familiar. When it dies, draw a card. Yes, please. Thank you very, very
that's
much.
great.
I will have 3 or 4 of these in my blue decks just because I know I'm getting value from that for chump blocking.
Warbrigger, 4 mana red card. Now it's a 3/3 for 4. It has a dash itself, so it's dash for 3. So it's a 3/3 for 3. And also all dash costs are 2 lower.
They stack.
So actually, that stacks.
Yes.
So that means that suddenly you can dash a lot out quickly.
Yes, they are excellent.
And
You'll
then-
find those in some of the new starter decks.
A game for Commander, a card for the Commander game. I love this. Illusionary Gains. It's 5 mana, enchant creature. You control enchanted creature. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, attach Illusory Gains to that creature.
Yep.
So every turn they play a creature, now it's mine. Oh, they play another creature, switch them around, now it's mine.
Yeah.
But that's great.
But the
that's
thing
fun
is-
and just will screw with people.
Well, the thing is, it also controls their board state because they're
Yeah.
then concerned about putting out their win condition. Because it then becomes your troll in your turn, and then you can attack with it.
Right, should we start skipping through some of these that don't look as good? We've got Dragon Hunter for 1, which is a 2/1 for
He's
1.
good.
Protection from dragons. Good, and it can block dragons as though it's had reach. So I guess that's a 1 mana wall against dragons, just stops any dragon.
And it's a defensive warrior.
Yeah, and it's a warrior as well, yeah.
Because that's your 1-drop with Bloodsoaked
In fact,
Champion.
this is another warrior, Salt Road Ambushers. It's a 4 mana 3/3, but whenever a permanent you control is turned face up, if it's a creature, put 2 1/1 counters on it. And
Bargain.
suddenly your Morph and Megamorph become really good.
Yeah. Sarkhan's Rage. It's a 5-drop. It deals 5 damage to target creature or player. If you control no damage, it does 2 damage to you. However, as a win condition, it will catch other people out.
I think this might see more play than we thought. Tapestry of Ages. 4 mana artifact.
Yep.
2 mana and tap it, draw a card, but only if you cast a non-creature spell this turn.
A little bit.
That's good.
It's all right.
Late game, any burns, any burn decks, any control decks, late
What's the
game,
price cost?
4.
Nope.
Really?
It will in standard.
And then
Someone will play in standard, but not in.
rare this time, 5 mana, red card, enchantment, attacking creatures you control have double strike.
Yep.
Red finisher,
Thank
great.
you very much. Okay, Glade Watcher. This is an odd one. It's a 2-drop 3/3 with Defender, but once you've got Formidable, you can pay costs and it can start attacking. Vial of Dragonfire. This is really good in seals, but no other format. It's a 2-drop, and then you have to pay 2 and sacrifice to do 2 damage to creature. Removes morphs, and it's colourless, so it gets around colour protection. Thank you very much. Student of Urge-Tie. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you gain 2 life. It is a 4-drop. It's alright. There will be decks that run it, but they'll be more sort of mid-tempo decks than anything combat-y.
Deadly Wanderings, 5 mana black enchantment. As long as you control exactly 1 creature, that creature gets +2 attack, death touch, and lifelink. It's not going to see any play. It's fun, but it's not going to see any play. Yeah, it goes with flying in mind.
It's
Rending Volley, 1 mana. Now this is cool. This is a 1 mana instant, but Rending Volley can't be countered by spells or abilities, and it deals 4 damage to target white or blue creature. Again, side deck cards,
Side
as soon as
deck.
you're getting those. Ataka Monument. So this is the second
green.
of the Dragon Monuments, which turns into a 4/4 red creature with flying. And then a first mythic from this set that we've got, Descent of the Dragons.
That's very funny in Commander.
Destroy any number of target creatures, and that's for 6 mana. For each creature destroyed this way, its controller puts a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield.
Yep.
White-red tokens, destroy 20 tokens, 24/4 flyers. Yeah, awesome. That's good. And that's our first mythic.
Okay, Grave Purge. This is 3 cost. You can stack your deck from your graveyard, so you can put as many creatures from your graveyard on top of your deck, and then you draw a card. This will actually probably catch people playing it out, because your opponent will know what is coming. However, you would not be able to react to what your opponent is drawing, unless you've got something exceptional that you can play in the graveyard. Defeat. They've basically brought swap back, so 2-drop. It is destroy target creature with a power 2 or less. It does the job, thank you very much. Tread upon, +2/+2, gains trample. It's a combat trick. This will catch people out. It'll catch me out at some point, I expect. And it'll work quite nicely in the heroic decks.
Sorry to jump in, I've just found the worst card of the set, maybe?
Nope, it's a 2/5, it's playable.
5 mana Ancient Carp for 2/5. Vanilla.
It's going to be plain sealed. Sheltered Eyrie, this is your mana fixing. Enchant land, add 2 mana of any colour to your mana pool. It's alright, it'll get played. They've brought Negate back. Yes, us blue players are wonderful, happy people. Glint is an odd one. This is a 2-drop. This is target creature gets +0/+3 and gains hexproof. You know.
It's on the stack, so you can make something hexproof after someone's cast on it, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, Scale Blessing.
We've done that one.
Oh, we've done that one. Of course we've done that one. Gate Smasher, 3 mana. It can be attached only to a creature with toughness 4 or greater. It gets +3 attack and trample.
What's the cost to play it? 3 and equip 3.
Nope, won't see play.
Ancient Carp. It'll be fine and sealed. You won't see it anywhere else.
Salt Road Quartermasters, 3 mana, 1/1 human soldier, not warrior, and it enters with 2 1/1 counters on it, and then you can remove a counter to move it to somewhere else.
If you play it with hardened scales, you can start multiplying the amount of counters.
I guess,
on
yeah,
scales.
that would work.
And you play it with Dagatar, so
And then
you
you
can
just-
do it back,
yeah.
and forth. Misthoof Kirin is a 2/1, but you can megamorph it, so it's a 3/2. Perfectly decent flyer, but you know, at least its megamorph is 2 instead of more. So flying vigilance 3/2.
Yeah, something.
It'll do the job. Sandstorm Charger. This is a 3/4 with megamorph for 5, but no added bonuses.
Black Corpse Weft, 3 mana. This is our rare. It's an enchantment, so it stays on the board. For 2 mana, not tapping, exile 1 or more creature cards from your graveyard, put an XX Black Zombie Horror creature token on battlefield, where X is twice the number of cards you exiled. So that's at instant speed.
That's an
So
instant
they
speed.
declare attackers, you pay 2 mana and just make something big enough to deal with them. It'll see play.
Very, very easily in the Delve decks.
Yeah.
Shambling Goblins, basically, Rocking Goblins had a reprint. When it dies, give -1/-1 to a creature. So potentially it might trade up. It'll do something. It won't be too bad. Okay. Guardian Shieldbearer. When it is turned face up, it gets a 1/1 counter, but you get a megamorph on it. Oh, put a 1/1 counter on another creature you control. It's a megamorph, so it's a 3/2, and something else gets a counter. It's alright. Magmatic Chasm. Creatures without flying can't block this turn.
Oh, sorry, dude.
No, that's not a
Just
problem.
in the next pile. This is the ones you want to look at. Those are crap.
Okay, so that will win you games. Oh dear. Wandering Tower Shell. If we all remember Wandering Tower Shell at the beginning...
Oh yeah, Meandering Tower Shell, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mythic. Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, I like that.
Which is
I
a
don't
shame.
think it's funny as a zombie.
Really, really good card. If you can get in draft, you instantly pick it. Because this is a formidable. Whenever it attacks, if creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, creatures you control gain trample. It's a 5/5, so you're
it comes out, everything gets trampled.
instantly on form. Thank you very, very much.
4 mana sorcery, Great Teacher's Decree. It's a sorcery, and it's all creatures you control get +2/+1 to the end of the turn, but you've got rebound, so that's 2 turns running.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That pile was the good pile.
Stuff I've already done.
Have you done all of those? Wow.
Yeah. Okay, Impact Tremors. This is a very fun one. This is where your red-white tokens will come into their own. When a creature enters the battlefield, your Impact Tremors deals 1 damage to each opponent.
Yeah.
later on, hopefully we'll pull one. There's an instant which is X1, or sorry, 1X, and you can make as many 1/1 warrior tokens with that, and it's an instant. With that, that becomes very disgusting very, very quickly. Even if I'm just chump blocking you with these 1/1 tokens, I will be killing you quickly.
4 mana blue instant, learn from the past. Target player shuffles his or her graveyard into their library. Then there's a separate command, draw a card.
Yeah,
So-
a better version of Cranial Archive.
Yeah, it's a thing. Ire Shaman, 2 mana, can't be blocked unless more than 2 or more creatures. It's a 2/1 with Megamorph. It's nothing special. Oh, sorry, do you want to grab one open as well?
Okay.
Right. Let me pass you
Alright.
those.
I'll open it and leave it by you.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm being... Yeah.
Okay, Volcanic Rush. Target creatures get +2 attack and trample until end of turn. But it is a 5-drop. But as a common, you will catch someone else at this. Probably second favourite artwork of Sec. This is Butcher's Glee. This is a fun one. Target creature gets +3 attack and gains lifelink until the end of turn. And regenerate it for 3 mana. That's actually really good value. So you're going to get life point swing, you're going to get damage online, and you still get to keep your creature at the end of it, so you cannot complain about that at all. Mind Rot has had a reprint because you've still got things that like people discarding cards, so
Yeah.
and people out there like doing it to other people, so you can't complain. Elusive Spellfist, this is quite an interesting one, and my friend was playing sort of a theory game with it the other day. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Elusive Spellfist gets +1 attack until end of turn and can't be blocked this time. Comes in as a 1/3, so not a bad blocker, and then it can start doing damage as well, especially if you're playing this in red-blue, because you'll start frying things, and then it can start getting in. The unblockable's the bit that makes it really, really good as a 2-drop. Ancestral Statue, already done. Reducing Stature. Enduring Victory, this is white removal. It's alright, it's got Bolster 1, so not bad, destroy attacking or blocking creature, but it is a 5 cost, so it's
5 cost?
Yeah, 5
Wasn't that
cost.
printed like a 1 cost in the recent set? Destroy target attacking and blocking creature.
Smite.
Was that opponent sacrifices target attacking
No,
blocking creature?
Smite was a very cheap cost, but in this set I probably prefer Sandblast in Fate Reforged just because it does work.
3 mana, Foul Tongue Invocation, black removal, target player sacrifices a creature. If you show a dragon card, you also gain 4 life. Meringue River Skeleton, 2 mana 1/1 with Regenerate and Megamorph.
Pain in the ass to deal with.
Storming Dragon, 6 mana flying first strike. Again, it's got the, if it turns up, you put 1/1 counter on all the dragons. Rakasha Gravecooler, 5 mana exploit, so it's a 5 mana 3/6. If you exploit it, you get 2/2/2 black zombies.
That's the one you want in the exploit deck, just because you then get the zombies and then you can exploit them.
Draconic Roar, 2 mana, you can reveal a dragon again. If you do, if you don't, you deal 3 damage to target creature. If you do, it also deals 3 damage to that creature's controller.
So it's a version of Searing Blaze from Zendikar,
but
without
2 mana,
landfall.
3 to that, 3 to you.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Oh, can I jump onto these? Sorry, we just got we got 3 rares, 1 in one pack, 2 in the next. Silumgar Assassin, 2 mana black card for 2/1. Creatures with power greater than Silumgar Assassin can't block it.
Yep.
And it's got Megamorph as well, so you can play around with it, which is
what's
pretty
the
cool.
effect when it megamorphs?
Destroy target creature with power 3 or less.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pitiless Horde, another black rare, 3 mana.
This is the dash one.
Yes, at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life.
But
So
you
it's a
can-
5/3 for 3, which is excellent, but you lose 2 life. Or dash it for 4, which costs more, but it returns to your hand, so you never have to pay that cost.
However, it's not a warrior is the one to watch out for. With
No,
that
it's an
one.
Orc Berserker, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have now got an Orc Warrior.
Yeah.
Blood Chin Fanatic. 3 mana for a 3/3. Not bad, and it's a warrior, gets all the bonuses.
Yeah.
For 2 mana, sacrifice another warrior creature. Target player loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. So you ramp something up for a turn with cheap add-ons,
Yeah.
sacrifice it,
Would
burn
it-
them for loads.
Attack them.
Yeah. Sacrifice it if they block it. Yeah.
Yeah. Colligan Aspirant. It's sort of like the Vigilante from Innistrad, basically. So if I explain that better, whenever it comes blocked by a creature, it deals 1 damage to that creature, so instantly all 1-drops. And anything with 1 toughness can't block it, because it'll instantly die. but it can then trade up to anything with toughness 3 because it's got 2 attack. Kindred's Fury, it gets +1. This is 1 drop cantrip, not cantrip. Instant. Target creature gets +1 attack, gains first strike until end of turn. Always use combat trick. Will catch people out because just having 1 mana open doesn't seem that huge a threat.
No.
But it will when this starts.
2's the magic number.
Okay, Silumgar Butchery. Silumgar Butcher. Exploit when it exploits creature. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. That gets round indestructible.
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
So that will be a thing. And then Zephyr Scribe. This is one of the Ujatai cards. It's a 2/1. You can pay 1, draw a card, and discard a card. When you cast a non-creature spell, untap Zephyr Scribe. This is the good form of looting for blue. So this will see play.
2 mana equipment artifact. It's 2 mana. It gives a attached creature +1/+1. Equips for 2. But whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you can equip for 3. So that's okay, I guess. Rare from this one, Mirror Mockery. 2 mana blue creature. You enchant the creature. Whenever that creature attacks, put a token of the attacking creature as a copy of the creature on the battlefield. Then exile the token at the end of combat.
You stick it on your own creature with
Yep.
enter the battlefield abilities.
Or yeah, or even a big creature, because suddenly you get 2 of them each time.
Yeah, but it doesn't have haste unless you play red-blue.
That's true, it doesn't have haste.
Or it's a
Use
Sorok.
Or use on their big thing to make it trade.
As long as it's not a legendary creature. Contradict, counter target spell, draw a card. It's a 5 cost though, so it's very, very expensive. So you won't play it, but you know, the artwork's nice. Pacifism is back in print. This will annoy huge amounts of people.
I love pacifism.
Because, you know, with that creature that does 2 damage to you every turn, you pacify it and then it just stabs you every turn.
Yeah. Ultimate price, 2 mana black removal, but it has to be a mono-coloured creature. But that's a decent removal card, that'll see a lot of black play. Circle of Elders, this is really odd. It's a 4 mana 2/4 with Vigilance with Formidable. Its Formidable is tap it for 3 mana.
Yes.
That's awesome. I like that.
A bit of a win more card though, arguably.
Yeah, but it's still fun. Ruthless Deathfang. This is the blue-black, so that's Silumgar dragon.
Disgusting.
It's flying, but whenever you sacrifice a creature, target player sacrifices one as well.
Yeah.
And then our rare from this set, Harbinger of the Hunt.
Excellent. A really, really good card. If you show the camera.
5 mana Tarkir card.
This is a pinger. So you can either pay cost for it to do 1 damage to everything on the floor or everything in the air.
Yep.
If you give it Death Touch, it kills your entire team.
Yeah,
or your opponent's team.
Pretty disgusting.
That made me come second in the
hits you as
pre-release.
well, though.
It's disgusting. Okay. This is Vulturous Avon. When you exploit a creature, you get to pay 2 life and draw 2 cards. As a 2/3 flyer, it is not bad for 4, but you probably want the card advantage. Pinion Feast. This is a 5-drop destruction spell. Destroy target creature flying. Bolster 2. I just wish they'd reprinted Plummet, but, you know, they don't want cards that can hit everything at the minute.
The Ojutai, Pristine Skywise, 6 mana, 6/4 flying dragon. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap it, and it gains protection from a colour of your choice until the end of turn.
Evolving Wilds has been reprinted. Woo! We all cried. Because now that the colour fixing's going out, because we're now not doing the sealed with Khans, it's actually quite difficult.
We just got foil mythic. Sorry, guys. You jump in. It's foil mythic. It's a foil mythic.
That's
Sorry.
fine.
Carry on.
Epic Confrontation. This is your fight card. It gives your creature 1/1 and +2, and it fights another creature. It's an instant speed. Sorcery speed. I do apologise. Removal, and some of the creatures they get additional benefits.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Nope. Ujatai Interceptor. This is a 3/1, but if you megamorph it, it's a 4/2. As a flyer, I'd probably pay it for the 3 cost, just because I know it's going to be doing quite a lot of damage in the air. Last but not least is Custodian of the Trove. This is a defender, a 2/5 defender. Enters the battlefield tapped. It's a 3 cost, but I suppose at least it's an artifact.
3 mana, Salumgar Spell Eater. It's a blue Naga wizard. Naga, is that new?
Nope.
Okay, it's a 2/3, but if you Megamorph it, you can counter a target creature spell unless they pay 3.
Really useful.
Cunning Breeze Dancer, the mini Ojutai. So you've got Pristine Skywise as the big guy, Cunning Breeze Dancer is the small guy. And he is a 6 mana 4/4 flyer. Every time you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +2/+2 to the end of turn.
Yep.
Now our rare from that pack, the White Removal, 2 mana, Radiant Purge, exile target multicoloured creature or multicoloured enchantment. That's useful. And our mythic, that's shiny, is the Dragon Lord Artaka.
Eater of Worlds.
Yes, oh that's amazing. 8/8 for 7 mana, flying and trample. When it enters the battlefield, deal 5 damage divided however you want among any number of creatures, planeswalkers or players.
Yeah.
That's good.
Bulgarian Hellkite, but revised basically, which it did need doing. Sidisi Faithful. Okay, this is a fun one. When you exploit it, return target creature to its owner's hand, but it is a 1-drop and it is 0 to 4. So this will give you tempo if you play it.
Oh, Dramaka Captain. A 1/1 for 3, first strike whenever it attacks. Bolster 1. Ujin. Ujin has died. This is his spirit. So it's a 4/4 for 6, flying spirit. I like that. Sion of Ujin. Sarkhan's Triumph is a 3 mana tutor.
That is brilliant. It's instant speed.
Yeah, 3 mana, search your card, search your library for a dragon creature card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle.
Yes.
That's amazing.
For 3 mana.
That's
that is
awesome.
Oh, and you've got Dramoka's.
I got Dramoka's command. So this is our second command. So again, it's choose 2 for just 2 mana this time, a green and a white.
This,
Oh, really? That's amazing.
this is the modern playable one.
Oh, okay, choose 2. Prevent all damage target instant or sorcery spell would deal this turn.
Oh, you're playing Burn.
Target player sacrifices an enchantment.
Yep.
Put a 1/1
Just
counter
also.
on target creature.
Yep.
And target creature you control fights target creature you don't control.
Yes.
Death touch kill you.
I've already got 2 in my my slippery boggle deck.
Oh, nice.
Because it's targeted removal.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, Colligan's Stormriser.
Oh, mythic.
Or Storm, my boy's Storm Singer. It's a 1-drop with haste. However, if you Megamorph it, and its cost for Megamorph is 1, other creature gains haste until end of turn. Shape the Sands is an instant. The creature gains +5 defense and reach. This will shut or slow down anyone attacking with dragons. And then we've got Gurmag Devourer. When you exploit it, look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest in the graveyard.
Savage Ventmore, 6 mana, red-green dragon.
Oh, that's disgusting.
4/4 flyer. Whenever it attacks, add 6 mana to your mana pool. That's 3 red and 3 green. And it doesn't empty from your pool as steps and phases end.
Nope.
So it just hangs around.
But
That's
the thing
amazing.
is, I think it's in Modern, there's an infinite combo with that one where there's a thing where you can pay 6 mana and you get an additional attack phase and you
Oh,
untap
that's
an attack.
disgusting. Now a mythic. This is a mythic I really wanted. Ojutai Exemplars. Now this is the 4 mana white 4/4 human monk, but every time you cast a non-creature spell, choose one of the following. Tap target creature, Ojutai Exemplars gains first strike and lifelink, or exile Ojutai Exemplars and return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control.
Ah, you were
I
saying
think
that.
it's really good. Oh, and there's a Jin Monk token. But that is another mythic which we're pleased with.
Flatten. This is a 4-drop. Target creature gets -4/-4 till end of turn. This is black removal. You will be playing it in most formats just because it's really, really helpful.
Lurking Arenix. 5 mana, 3/5 formidable, where you can spend 3 mana to choose a blocker. And we got another mythic. This is our second copy of Dragon Lord Artaka. The first was shiny though, so that's pretty
Fair enough. Artful Maneuver. This is a fun one. Target creature gets 2/2 until end of turn. Rebound. It is a 2-drop. An exceptionally good 2-drop. Then Dramoka Junecaster. You can then pay cost to tap target creature without flying, which unfortunately is a bit useless in this format with the amount of stuff that's got flying, but you've got to start somewhere.
Press the Advantage. 4 mana, green instant. Up to 2 target creatures get +2/+2 and trample.
Really, really useful, especially if you've got Formidable online.
Colligan Monument. That's the red-black monument. It's the one we've already seen with it's what we've seen with the dragons.
Yeah.
Rare this pack.
That's an interesting one.
Oh, it's a good turn 1 play for sealed. Obscuring Ether. So 1 mana enchantment. All face-down creature spells cost 1 less.
So your morphs cost 2.
That's pretty good.
And then it starts stacking.
Oh, and then for 2 mana, you can turn it face down.
As a
so if it's out on the
creature.
so if it's out on the field for 1 green, you can turn it face down.
A Tarkir Ifrit. When it turned face up, deals 1 damage to target creature or player. It's a 5/1 for 5. I'd rather have the Conifer Strider over this one because it's got hexproof, and I can then put combat tricks on it to make it actually get through. Whereas this one will die to the first pinger in sight.
Deathwind. Now we had one earlier where you could draw cards and lose life. This is just X and 1. Target creature gets -X/-X. So that really annoying indestructible.
Really good reprint.
Gets around it.
Really, really good reprint.
Grace Blade Artisan. 3 mana. It's a 2/3, but it gets a bonus +2/+2 for each aura attached to it. You could probably break that somehow.
In standard, it'll be amusing. But in other ones, no.
Last one, Sunbringer's Torch. Sunbringer's Touch. 4 mana green, bolster X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. Then each creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it gains trample until the end of turn. Wow, where are these? Rares?
You had another Bloodchin.
Oh yeah, bring the rares out. We've got to keep those separately. Oh right, so Bloodchin and the other pack, and the uncommons. Oh, we had them all.
You've had them all. Move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Though we have done quite a few of them by the look of it.
There you go, dude. Right, we have Profound Journey, 7 mana white card. Return target permanent card from the graveyard to your battlefield for 7 mana, and it's got rebound. Yep. That's pretty good.
That'll see a lot of command play because it's just value.
Yep.
Okay, Stream Reach Brawler. This is another dash, so you dash it out for 2. It's a 2/3 Orc Berserker. It's a shame it's not a warrior, but then I suppose it'd get a bit dangerous. Champion of Arashin. This is quite an interesting one. When I first looked at it, we all sort of rolled our eyes, but in pre-release it actually did a lot of work because of the lifelink. It's a 3/2 with lifelink for 4, but it actually seems to earn you quite a lot more value than you think it does. Because currently, I think you've got to do 22 or 23 points of damage to ensure victory in this format at the minute. Durga Nemesis. This is it's a 6/5 defender for 6, or you can megamorph it. But the thing is, you attack and then you megamorph it, so you then do the 7 damage, and then it becomes a blocker.
Right, we have a blue one, which is a 2 mana enchantment with flash, encase in ice. Only works on red and green creatures, but you tap them and they don't untap in their controller's untap step. That's just forever, which is good. Silk Wrap, 2 mana. It's the white card. When you enter the battlefield, exile target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less and opponent controls. And Profaner of the Dead, 4 mana exploit. When you exploit, return all creatures your opponent controls with toughness less than the creature you exploited to their hand. Which is pretty good. Right. Anything good in there?
Yeah, you've got different ones in there that you haven't done.
Awesome.
Segmented Crotic. This is another one that easily turns on Formidable. It's a 6-drop. However, you can megamorph it for 7. It's alright, but with the way the board states seem to work out at the minute, it's actually fairly playable in sealed, so you will see this on the board.
2 mana, Dance of the Skywise. You have to do it on your own creatures, and it turns it into a blue dragon illusion with base power and toughness 4/4, loses all abilities but gains flying. And Assault Formation. This is the green rare. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Oh, that could be quite interesting.
There used to be another...
1 mana, target creature with Defender can attack as if it didn't. And 3 mana, all creatures you control get +1 defense.
There's your next set.
Brilliant. Oh, we've got, that's a shiny. Sidisi Undead Vizier. 5 mana black, Death Touch, 4/6. With Exploit. When you exploit it, you can search your library for a card and put it into your hand. Ooh, so if you exploit, it tutors.
Yes.
5 for a 4/6.
And you'll,
Death with
you'll,
tutor.
you'll gladly
That's
sack
amazing.
something on the board for that.
Yeah, you'll sack for tutor anytime. Seen that
Okay,
one.
Void Score. This is 5 cost. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. It has got rebound, but it's not an instant. So this will be, I bounce in my first main phase, I then attack, it's then yours, and so on. It's not bad, but if it was instant, it'd be a lot better.
2 mana, Dragon Lord Servant. All dragon spells cost 1 less. Minister of Pain. 3 mana, 2/3 exploit. If you exploit, all creatures your opponents control get -1/-1.
Really good.
And then Thunderbreak Regent is a 4 mana 4/4 red dragon flyer. Whenever a dragon becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you do 3 damage to them. That's pretty good. Oh, sorry.
That's
Right, what have we got here? More stuff. Beltor Dragon, Cash a Gravecaller, Storm. Oh, I've seen all those. Stratus Dancer. 2 mana, 2/1 with Megamorph. When it's turned face up, counter target instant or sorcery spell.
really, really good.
So, yeah, it's a 2 mana to Megamorph it.
Yeah.
So it's quite easy to counter. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep, you've got some fun ones in there.
Yukard Cobra, 4 mana, 2/5 Death Touch. Case Nice, Gate Smasher, Boltwing Marauder. I think we don't have this one.
You haven't done that one.
5 mana, Black Red Flying Dragon. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +2 until the end of turn.
And it's not target non-token.
No,
you
yeah,
do
you can do
Hoarding
anything.
Outburst.
Oh, yeah, that could be good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, I would argue would be the go-to. There you go.
Orator of Ojutai, 2 mana, white. Again, you can reveal a dragon if you wish. It's a 0/4 Flying Defender. If you reveal a dragon, draw a card. Self-inflicted wound.
Yeah.
Target opponent. Oh, you've seen that one. Seismic Rupture. 3 mana. Deal 2 damage to each creature with flying. Oh, we have a mythic, guys. We have Shore Crasher Elemental. It's triple blue to cast, but that's it for a 3/3. 1 mana, exile it, then return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. Or 1 mana of any colour, it gets +1/-1 or -1/+1 until the end of turn.
There is
a bit like Aetherling, and it's got Megamorph 5.
That will be one of the cards that bring back Mono Blue Devotion.
Really?
Yeah, just because with Nykthos that gets very silly very quickly.
Yeah, no, that would make sense. Right, so we have Graceblade Artisan, 3 mana. Oh, we've already seen that one. In fact, we've seen most of these now. Roast. Oh, 2 mana, 5 damage to target creature without flying.
Yeah,
And then we
always very
have
useful.
Anafenza,
She's dead.
Kin 3 Spirit. So this is dead Anafenza, 2/2 for 2, but whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield, bolster 1. Now, the thing is, have we seen all the commons now then?
We've seen all the commons, so just hand those to you.
Self-inflicted wound, we've seen most of these. Dragon Tempest, we've seen. No, that was a whole pack we had seen before. We're down to the last few packs now.
At Strong Arm Monk you have...
Anything you want to talk about, you go for it, dude.
Okay. So, Strong Arm Monk, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, other creatures you control get 1/+1. This is a very, very useful combat trick and will catch people out when doing attacks and defences. It's alright, it does the job. Another Savage Ventmore, really useful. Sight of the Scale Lords. This is quite an interesting one. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, creatures you control with toughness 4 or greater get 2/2 and gain vigilance till the end of turn. As a 5 cost, it's a little steep, but the thing is, for that one, you can generally rely at that point to have cost that's going to be effective. Because at that point, your 6 drops and further on are all great big things, and then they get vigilance as well, so you're quite happy swinging in, and then you've still got defense on board. Here's one of our mythics. This is Colligan. This is Dragon Lord Colligan. This is the flying and haste, and other creatures you control have haste. However, whenever an opponent casts a creature or planeswalker with the same name as a card in his or her library, that player loses 10 life. Completely and utterly useless in Commander, apart from the fact it's a 6/5 beta, with that gives everything haste. However, it is very amusing and it will see play.
Awesome.
Oh, you've got a shiny Hardened Berserker.
Nice. Right, so these are the last rares from the packs. We've seen all the rest. Myth Realised, 1 mana white card. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a lore counter on it. Or for 3 mana, put a law counter on it. For 1 mana, until the end of turn, it becomes a monk avatar creature, in addition to its other types, and gains this creature's power and toughness at equal to the number of law counters on it. Could be fun.
I'm looking at seeing how that works in a white-blue control, just because because you very rarely get a first turn play. It's usually a Scryland or something like that. But if I had a first turn play,
You might as well play it out.
and see, and hopefully it builds itself up, and then when they're not looking, you sort of thump them with it a few times.
Silumgar's commands. This is the black-blue command. So this is the 3rd of the commands we've got. And this one, you choose 2. Counter target non-creature spell. Well, that's good. Return target permanent from its hand.
Always good.
Target creature gets -3/-3 until the end of turn.
That's fine.
Or, you know, just destroy a Planeswalker. I don't know, I can see that I can see it in Commander.
It's in Commander, but it's a 5 cost. It's
4 mana, Foul Renewal, which I think has one of the best artworks in this set. I love that set. I love it. It's really creepy. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand, and target creature gets -X/-X until the end of turn, where X is the toughness of the card.
really good.
So,
It'll
yeah.
be very useful in Commander.
Even at 4 mana, return a wall to your hand, give you -4/-4.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So that is the whole thing. Now, we actually got 6 mythics in that box.
That's actually very good.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the first box we've seen open because it's probably now like 1 in the morning or something. But we're bound to see a load more pulled today, and 6 is a bit up on normal, isn't it?
Well,
it's
think
4.
you've got several dragons there.
It's 1 in 7 packs, isn't it, though, mythics? So
Yeah,
I suppose you're looking at 5 in a pack, roughly. 5 is 35, yeah. So yeah, but we've done well. We've got 6 mythics, one of which is shiny, and sadly that is 2 Dragonlord Artakas. But that's cool. We've got a decent range of cards. We've got most of the commands. What do you reckon, Rob? Are you pleased with these? Are you
not
impressed?
bad. You've got good selection. You can see the sort of flavour and sort of tempo they want this game to be. It's a lot more bashing creatures into each other, but there's a lot of more combat tricks that have been introduced with this set, which are very, very cheap.
And there is a lot of dragons. I know that's a bit obvious, considering it's Dragons of Tarkir.
27.
Well, you've got the 5 stones that turn into dragons.
You've got the 5 ones that flip over and add counters.
Yeah, that's
You've got
10.
Then the 5 ones similar to Savage Ventmore and the other flavours.
Yeah, the 5 2-colour uncommons.
Uncommons.
The 5 2-colour mythics.
Yeah.
So that's 20.
And
You've got commons as well, don't you?
I think there's some common ones around.
Let's see if we can pull out a common dragon. Was there a common dragon?
God.
Surely there must be.
I thought there was.
I love it's just a pile of common cards.
I was surprised they didn't do any baby dragons. Was the
Oh
only
yeah,
thing
there
I would
is.
say.
So, but that's still over 20 dragons.
Yeah.
That is impressive. I think it's got a really interesting set. There's all sorts that can be done with this.
It's the fact we've got it for so long.
Yeah. Which means that those dragons will be a big option for a long time.
Well, you think when Theros, Nyx and Born go out, that's the Shrine of Nyx and stuff like that. So
that's losing all the vamp, isn't it?
That's losing a lot of
So
vamp,
presumably
and
we'll
you
see
lose all
vamp.
the Scrylands.
Ooh.
Because, you know, we haven't had a Mystic Elf reprint lately.
No, we haven't.
Apart from M15.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
wheeling out shortly as well.
Yeah, for Origins. Well, I think that was interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And, hopefully this will be up to you sometime early in the morning. Night, guys.
Until next time.
Remember to subscribe to the channel and like us on Facebook for all of your gaming needs.